Hello, MD. This is Branch One. I'm 2.5 weeks out from the 2011 Arnold Classic, and today I'm working arms. We started the workout off with preacher curl machine. After a few light warm-up sets, then we worked up to the stack and did a heavy set and a drop set. You know, I generally prefer free weights over machines, but you know, I like this machine. It's been around. I think this machine is older than I am, actually, but it's a really good machine, and it just doesn't hurt my elbows or my wrists when I do it, and I actually prefer this over the free weight preacher curl. It just feels good. I get a great pump with it, and so we always do that instead of a free weight. You know, we do straight barbell curls. Today, for whatever reason, we didn't. I believe we did them last week. We just changed it up a little bit this time and didn't do them. You know, it does. I think a big complaint a lot of people have with straight barbell curls is it hurts their wrist, but it does hurt my wrist a little bit, I guess. One of my wrists I can't turn all the way out because of surgery I had, but on my elbow. But I can still do them. So just bring the pain, baby. You know, some of my training has stayed the same. You know, I still do the basics. You know, deadlift, you know, heavy bench stuff and squats and all that. But you know, arm training has evolved a lot from when I first started training. You know, I took the same mentality I applied to my legs and chest and everything and tried to apply that to my arms and had some disastrous results. You know, I used to go super heavy, too heavy on barbell curls, dumbbell curls, things like that. And I ended up having several surgeries, you know, tearing biceps and my bicep and both triceps. So what I've done now is I do a lot of volume training. I do more reps and do a lot more exercises and sets than I used to. Consequently, my arms have made some good improvements. You know, I think I made a lot of improvements since the Arnold last year in my arms, just by keep training the way I'm training. I don't go quite as heavy as I used to go, and actually I get a lot better pump and than I used to go when I was going super heavy, and my elbows feel a lot better too. For those of you that don't know, I've had 3 surgeries since I've been a professional bodybuilder. Actually, my first surgery was the year that I turned pro. Before I turned pro, I was 25 years old, and I was doing heavy barbell curls. And I think I had 275 pounds on the bar. It was a cold day, very cold, down in the teens, and Metroflex, the heater doesn't work very well, so it was probably 30, 40 degrees inside the gym, and I was going too heavy, swinging and jerking, and I tore it off the bone. A few years later, I had a tricep injury, and you know, and then a few years later after that, I had the other tricep injury. So you know, through trial and error, I've learned to, you know, make some adjustments to my training to stay healthy. Because at this point, longevity is the most important thing. You know, I finally got up on top, and I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm knocking on the door. And you know, the last thing I want at this point is any kind of a major injury. So you know, I don't go, like I said, my arm training has definitely evolved over the years, and I think because of that, my arms actually responded and grown even more. You know, there are some exercises that I don't do anymore. You know, overhead skull crushers I used to go real heavy on. I feel it's a great exercise for your tricep, but it's horrible for your elbows. We do still do them, but I probably use half the weight I used to use. You know, like I said, we do a lot more volume. I do a lot more reps on skull crushers and a lot more sets than I used to do. But you know, it doesn't destroy my elbows either. So, and, you know, some things I just don't do. You know, like stiff leg deadlifts. I'll use that example. I don't do those because every time I've done them, I tend to pull a hamstring for whatever reason, my left hamstring. So, you know, I just quit doing them. There's other exercises you can do to make your hamstrings grow without doing that. So, it's in my column this month in the magazine, Master Class, had a guy ask me, he has 13.5-inch arms, and basically he's asking what he could do to bring his arms up. Well, when I started, my arms were by far my single weakest body part, and you know, so I just, you can bring them up. Not everybody can start off with great genetic arms or whatever, you know, like I'm going to use Phil Heath as an example. He's got probably some of the best arms in the business right now. And not that he doesn't train hard, but, you know, that's obviously he's genetically gifted in biceps and triceps. And, you know, me, that was a very rough body part for me. And that's why I think I have injured my arms so many times, biceps and tricep injuries, because I trained them so hard trying to bring them up that I trained too hard. And I ended up getting hurt. But, you know, consistently over the past year, you know, however many years now, I've brought them up. And just, you can overcome deficiencies, even if you don't have blessed with great genetics. Just, if you're willing to work hard enough, long enough, and keep doing the same thing day after day and eating the same food day after day, year after year, you can bring any body part up. And sometimes you just got to work a little harder than the guy next to you. As far as my training goes, I don't have any kind of set protocol. Some guys are very strict. We do 2 warm-ups, then we go heavy or whatever. I'll just meet warm-ups as I need to do until I feel I'm ready to go heavy. The past, Robbie got here this week and we had some awesome weather. It's in the 70s, I think, during the day, but for the past 3 or 4 weeks before this, we've been real cold, man. 5 degrees, 8 degrees, and I think we got 18 inches of snow in about a 2-week period. So I pulled up the Metroflex one day. It was 12 degrees outside, and it was 21 inside the gym when I got there. So I did a lot of warm-up sets, man. I had like 3 layers of freaking clothes on, and no one showed up, man. It was just me and Brian in the gym. So I did a lot of warm-up sets before I started going heavy on anything. So I don't have any kind of set standard, man. I just I train by feel. When I feel I'm ready, my body and joints are loosened up, ready to go, then I go. Days in August when it's 100 degrees in there, then 1 or 2 sets, and I'm usually ready to go. I get a lot of questions about dieting. Got a lot of guys ask me, what do you do? How do you get over being starving and waking up in the middle of the night? You can't sleep because you're so hungry. Man, basically, there's no answer for it, bro. That's just part of it. If you want to be a bodybuilder, time to cowboy up, because that's just the name of the game, man. That's what separates first and second place, man. Those that can handle the diet, those that can't. I mean, you go to shows and you see a lot of big guys walking around, but how many of those big guys ever get in really, really good shape? That's like I said, that's the 75% of being a bodybuilder is being able to stick to that hard diet, man. We all train because it's fun, we enjoy it. I don't know one single person that enjoys dieting, myself included. It sucks, and but that's just the name of the game, man. I go to bed around 1 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 5:45, and I wake up starving. I usually don't have to have the alarm wake me up because I wake up hungry, and I want to wake up and get my cardio knocked out so I can eat my food, and that's just the name of the game, man. There's no easy way around it. There's no remedy for it, man. You're going to be hungry and you're going to suffer. But sometimes I think the harder the journey is, the sweeter the victory. So this is an LWRC 6.8, I think, is what it is. My friend has, and my friend Matt, and then he brought his other gun up here that he has. He's got a 308, a Reaper, LWRC. So between me and him, we go shooting a lot, and we have probably too many guns between the two of us. Yeah, these these guns, primarily use them as target practice, man. We shoot a lot. I shoot every week usually. Like this gun right here is a 308. It's a great long range gun. He's got it tricked out, man, with the Night Force scope on it and bipod and all that. So you can reach out to 600, 700, 800 yards with it accurately. A gun like this doesn't kick hardly at all. I've got some guns, 300 Weatherby Magnum, and some bigger guns that, they'll stomp you a little bit when you shoot them. But these guns are semi-automatic, and it's something similar to what the military would use. And you can't hunt with them, like this gun right here. This 308, you can't hunt with it. I've killed some deer with them before, wild hogs, but not really deer. I don't hunt deer with it, but wild boars, things like that. I prefer catching wild boars with my hands and taking them out with a knife. A lot more fun. Stick around for day number 2. We're gonna be training legs, me and Johnny and the rest of the crew. I'll see you then.